So, I mean, it's hard for me to think about what people would do negatively in like a high-stress situation because I know how to get mine out. Okay? So there's very many ways. But if you got all this stuff going on and people don't know how to release it, it just goes, things just turn negative. So you got to focus it like a river. You know, once you focus it and bring it into compliance, then everything's good. And that's just like any project that you work on. So with this here, youRagym, what you got to do is you got to sit here and mold that clay and work it and get out everything. You know, everything that could be bad that's going to mess up with what you want, you got to get it out. You know, it's like you drop some food in the dirt and picking it off. You know, and then you set it up. And, you know, if you don't do it right, you just grind it up and start again, you know, or you just pick up from where you left off to wait to be to where you want it, you know. I mean, you can think about anything, but if you've got this stuff, some things you can't get out. Like, let's say I have white clay and I drop green dye in it. Oh my gosh. Well, now I got green clay, so I got to make something going to be green. Like maybe somebody who, like veterans or something or whatever, you know, like somebody who's got a drug addiction, somebody who has a disability. You know, okay, that's something they're going to have to wear. It's on there. They can't change it, but they ain't going to let it stop them. Like I said, I got a buddy of mine who, you can't stop him. He won the Hot Wings contest down here. And that one hurt him. But he knows he's champion until next year. Okay? I'm proud of him. And, oh, I felt so bad for him. But he reached to it, he got to a new level in his life. You know, he's a champion. So you have that, you know, and if you got people you can relate to, but like with him, he doesn't see things like other people do. He's not that kind of person. You know, he was born a little different. But that hasn't stopped him. I've known him for over 20 years. And he's one of the best people that I know. And I don't ever worry about anybody saying anything to him. Because if they do, I just joke them about it. And if it's something serious enough, then I handle it. But most of the time, I'm just showing him it doesn't even matter because he doesn't even care. He's only worried about what I think about him. He doesn't care about anybody that he doesn't care about. Okay? So when we got in an accident, he was upset because he got hurt for no reason. Okay? So he got his anger moments. But I don't worry about people that come at me like that. Like, oh, you got that friend. And I'm like, whatever, dude. Just chill. You know? And so you got to learn, like, what your hardness level is too with people, because you're going to have to block this stuff out. If you want to keep succeeding, you're going to have resistance, so you're going to have to keep moving through it. Soon it doesn't hurt anymore, so, you know, like after you get your first polish in, then stuff just slides right off. It's not as hard to do it again, you know. You've got rid of everything, and now you're just like, okay, now it's time to kind of see what's going on. You know, you take your car out for the first time, vroom, going down the interstate. You know, but somebody finally takes a buggy, dents it, right? You know, and then you gotta get it taken care of. It ain't nothing serious. You just kind of gotta buff it a little bit. Won't no major damage. You gotta find out what the difference between a little and a full-blown collision is gonna be with your body. Okay, and you're only gonna find that out through trial and error, or through X-rays and MRIs and stuff. I mean, like I've had my own fair share of trouble, and this is stuff that I've learned that has helped me get through the most troublesome times of my life. So, for other people that are going through trouble sometimes, I can tell each and every one of you how to at least make a difference in your life right from where you are. Now, I am a Christian, so if you're looking for God, I can help you find Him. It's open the Bible, find your Church of Christ. Okay? I mean, if not, I can help hook you up with someone in your area. Trust me, if you're around here, I definitely know where to send you. Alright? So, I mean, that's one thing. If you're looking for answers, hey, I can help you there. If you're looking for fitness answers and stuff, I can help you there. If you're looking for somebody to talk to, boom, I got an ear. And if we got email, I can get back to you even quicker because I can answer that as it comes, you know. If you got something to tell me where I'm wrong, I don't mind having a discussion. See, that's me, and that's what I want to do for people. Is, you know, for everybody that this hashtag reaches, I hope that the people that need it find it, and if I have to go through the people that say, hey dude, look at this retard being shirtless on the daggone TV, or some stupid crap like that, you know, I mean, Like, if I have to make a fool of myself to get out a message to help out someone privately, I don't mind being a fool. I am a full-blown jester. Okay? I mean, I will take a joke and run with it with the best of them. Alright? So, I don't mind if I'm joked on, because it's not going to hurt me. I'm a shield. I'm solid. I'm stout. It ain't much that gets to me. And if it does, do you really want to mess with it? Is that really a battle you want to face? That's kind of how I face everything, is I put everybody behind my back and I go forward. Because, you know, it takes a diamond to break a diamond, you know, but if I got enough force, I can use that to break whatever. It might hurt me, or maybe it won't, you know? I mean, because, like I said, we're people. And if we're just a little bit sharper, maybe we got enough force to use some physics in our advantage, which is all lifting weights is. Angles are your biggest thing. Counting, math, all this stuff. You have to know some of these things in order to really see a difference. But you can learn this stuff as you go. We ain't asking anybody. I am never going to ask anybody to just jump in at a level that I'm at. Just like I don't come in anywhere acting like I know everything. But at least if I'm familiar with it, you know, I'll know, okay, this is what's up. I've experienced this before, so I know what to expect. Until you get to the experience level where you know, then you need to be very careful. Because, like I said, we are precious and we can be hurt. And most things can be fixed, but some things can't be reattached. And sometimes you just have to take a loss. And in my case, I had to learn to take a loss. I had to do it twice. The biggest losses of my life so far. You know, I mean, as far as physical health goes, would be 2 car accidents. So, you know, each one it was like, oh, finally recovered, boom, got knocked back down, had to do it all over again. So that's where I'm at today. So, I mean, I've had a couple losses under my belt. I'm due for a win. You know, even statistically, 3rd time's a charm, right? So, you know, I'm going through this, and it's worked for me twice now. So, this isn't just a success story going straight up. This is one of those things where I was in bad shape, and I got better, then I got in bad shape again while I was getting better, so then I had to start all over from the beginning again. It's like getting, you know, I failed my first marathon. I don't get to just jump in where I was at the last one. I got to start at the beginning. That's where I'm at. And I started, and I got back to about where I was. I mean, so I've made that beginning and start climb twice. I mean, so I think I'm due for a win on this one as far as certain luck goes. But if I am due for another, then at least I know how to handle things now. These things aren't new to me, so I can help people get back to where they need to be. Whether money is a problem or whatever, I got your back. You know, I mean, I'm not going to give anybody any money. I mean, that would be stupid. But I'm saying, like, no matter what your problem is I will support you as a person, because sometimes I can do stuff to help people, sometimes I can't. But one thing I can always do is let you know that I am here and you are thought about. Okay? And that if you can continue to keep a steady supply of fitness and diet in your life, then when you get into a bad situation, you will be in better shape to handle it. Plus, you'll know what to look for, what you need, and what you can sacrifice, because the more that you learn about your body and the stronger that your mind is, there's nothing that you can't accomplish as a person. It may take you longer or shorter than some people, but you can do it. And when you're 500 pounds or less, or whatever your weight could be, maybe you're 220 and you just want to bulk up some more, but people still pick on you because you got a funny hand or something. I don't know. I don't know, whatever it could be, but people who have problems, man, they can't relate to a lot of things. And, you know, we want to do stuff, but we can't. So it takes somebody that's kind of gotten through, and that's what I'm doing. I'm not afraid to talk about it. I've had some times. It's been rough. But I can handle it. So I'm saying, come on, you know, it's cool. It's cool. It's, you know, apples, all right, I guess, you know. Some lady already ate it. She didn't die. You know, I mean, But whatever it is, it's, you know, I can at least help people to try, you know, to work something. And since I've had to start from like bed rest to body workouts, I mean, I think I've come a long way considering. I mean, there was a point in time I couldn't work more than a month. You know, my working habits came to a halt. I just couldn't do it. You know, now I've gotten up to 3 months in so far, maybe 4, and I'm able to kind of keep going. That's for one, is one good judge. You know, I mean, I still got things I got to work through, but you know, going from that kind of a leap to, you know, ain't too bad, you know. So, like I said, that's my personal experience. So it's worked for me twice to be able to get back into a positive way. I lost about 60 pounds within a matter of months. I can't really get into specifics because, you know, either I lost the 60 pounds the first time I lost it, or I've lost it here the second time I've lost it. But I came in at my original weight and got into fitness after my first accident, so I was probably somewhere around, we're going to say, under the 250 mark. Alright, I wasn't over 250, but I was 250 below. And I mean, let me rephrase that. I am not giving myself near as much credit for this. I was in at the 350 and 300 range. And I was hovering probably around that 330 to 300 mark, down to 280, okay? That's where I was all through high school. After high school, I finally started keeping it around 280. But then I went back up to that 300 range. And I kind of hovered in there between 3 and 330. Now, I was out doing stuff, but, you know, I was just always big. So, boom, I go from about 330 down to 280. And I just hovered there. You know? I mean, that's 50 pounds. So I lost 50 pounds. 30 of that I lost it in 1 month. And I did it for a girl. She was the reason that I pushed myself, but all I did was I got out and run. But when I ran, I didn't just pick the same speed. I pushed myself because I wanted to get it done quick, because as soon as I got home from work, I jumped outside my work boots and I ran to the stop sign and back during the summer. Okay? I mean, so I'd work all day and then I'd do that, and I'd just see how far I could run, because I couldn't really run the whole thing. So what I had to do was I would just run as far as I could and then stop. So I was getting an interval thing, so my heart rate stayed up, and I was able to just chew through that like 30 pounds of fat in 1 month. That was me. Might not be you. You might just think about eating and gain a pound. Okay? So you need to learn what's going to throw in too much clay or something in there might make things a little different than other people. Alright? You can't always just go by other people's recipe. You know, so where I was at was, you know, I was able to lose this much amount of weight, and it felt great to me. But at the time, you know, it just wasn't enough for my life to go into that direction. So I had to go a different direction. So I was around in there, and I was around 280. And then I had this first car accident, and that one set me back, and because I couldn't really get any medical help, I had to do my own thing. So I started stretching and getting into yoga and getting way more into fitness, learning about things. I had to be my own doctor. All right, that's pretty much where I was at. So I had to learn how to do things myself, just like working on cars. You know, we just had to figure it out. I'd look up stuff, I'd go try it, and I got down to a point to where I was good. You know, I had a chiropractor who helped me out at the time. He really helped me out, especially when my second accident happened. He treated me for a little while right at the beginning. You know, he kind of got me in line, helped me with some things, turned me on to a few diets and stuff. Really awesome dude. Got me into some herbs. That was a big help. So, you know, that's what there happened, and that's when I got to this peak in my life. So, after that point, I dropped another 20 pounds. So, you know, I was at 50, now I'm down to 70, right? I'm down to like 250. I'm really just into everything, you know, and I had recovered a little bit, so there wasn't anything physically wrong. It was all just soft tissue damage, you know, probably like I got discs that are messed up. So it was probably the lower ones was that, because that's where the pain was, but I was able to kind of learn ways to use herbs and like ibuprofen and stuff, but since ibuprofen can hurt you after so much time, you know, I would learn herbs that I could take every day that would just kind of do that. So it took longer to get in my system, but it gave me a longer relief for the problems. You know, that's where a lot of these supplements come from, is, you know, they've got certain things in them that help, which is something that I talk about, because, you know, taking some valerian root, if you're not taking anything and taking an herb that's going to help, that's great. You know, you can get that over the counter, and you don't have to worry about the side effects. If it doesn't help, then you maybe do have to go to something stronger, where you have to go to something pharmaceutical, where the chances, you know, of risk increase. You know, so if you want an all-natural approach, there are natural ways to self-medicate things until you get to a point where you can't stand it. Pretty much, you go to a doctor to where things threaten your life to the point where you can't stand it. I mean, that's kind of why they're there. So we can learn to do things on our own, and, you know, we don't have to go to them until we don't know anymore. I mean, it's like, I don't know why I'm hurting like this. Nothing I do is helping. Let me go talk to this guy. You know, so that's kind of why we go to doctors, I guess. But, you know, so I learned about a lot of things like that, and things that would help me, that allowed me to push myself. So now I had lost like a total of 70 pounds since high school, and I was feeling great. And then I got in a second car accident, and then I gained back 70 pounds. So I lost 70 pounds, I gained back 70 pounds, and now I'm at the 280 mark again. So we went from back from 230, rounding up, down to 270. So I'd lost 50 pounds. So 50 pounds lost again on top of the 70. Well, class, I guess that makes it about 120 pounds that I've lost in total. But I had it racked up twice on most of it. So I've still got a ways to go. So I'm nowhere near a finished product, but I've at least gotten this far. And I'm farther than I've been in a while. So I really want to just say to everybody that you are a gem. So you just need to grind and shine. Alright, showing everybody love. Hope y'all have a good one.